Welcome to Rita's Kitchen. Today we're going to be doing enchiladas two different ways. One is going to be a cream and chicken enchilada, and the other is going to be a vegan enchilada, just with a bunch of sauteed different veg by request. But first thing first, in Rita's Kitchen, what must we do? Wash our hands. I'm back. Hands are clean. Let's get started on this delicious, delectable dish. So first, in that first enchilada we're going to be doing, again, it's going to be a cream and chicken. And the cream is going to be a cream cheese. The chicken is going to be thigh meat. I went with thigh meat because it's much moister than a chicken breast, and it could be very, very flavorful to the palate. So all you want to do is season it up. I seasoned it up with 1 packet of fajita seasoning and some sazon. Sazon is found in the Goya section in your grocery stores. Next, in the next one, which is requested for vegans, we went with a sauteed veg. We actually sauteed a portobello mushroom, a yellow pepper, a green pepper, a red pepper, a Roma tomato, cucumber, and just some minced garlic and some rosemary up in there, just to bring out some good flavors. A little salt and pepper and a little bit of garlic just to wake it up. So now with your enchiladas, pretty much, you know, an enchilada is a known Mexican dish, and it's nothing but a tortilla shell that's stuffed with meat, or in today's life, whatever you want to stuff it with. But a actual authentic enchilada is made with a corn tortilla. Today we're going to do a flour. Either one you want to do is totally up to you. So, but before we get there, we're going to go ahead and jump back over here, and I'm going to let you guys know what's in my sauce. So we're going to build it from a tomato sauce. You could do tomato paste and water as well. Totally up to you. It's a little easier to me to use a tomato sauce. Then you want to do about a tablespoon of olive oil, some black pepper. You want to do some smoked paprika. That smoked paprika really shines through, and it's really, really good and flavorful. And it's exactly what it says, smoky. You want to do about 2 tablespoons of dried oregano. Then you have a chili powder here. That chili powder is another good flavor that's going to pull through really well. And then here you have your ground cumin. Of course, for you guys who's cumin eaters, love the Mexican flavors, you know your cumin is a very, very earthy taste. Now, this is not a traditional enchilada, of course. I'm not Mexican, but it's going to taste like that. So we're going to put adobo chipotle pepper in there. That adobo chipotle pepper is found in a can, and it's really, really good. You want to only use one of those because the spiciness can be really, really potent. So with that being said, that's why I'm using it for my sauce, because we like spicy foods in my household. I'm also going to use a apple cider vinegar. As you guys see, it says a detox. Well, the detox vinegar actually is an organic detox apple vinegar. If you don't have it, fine, just use a regular vinegar. But I'm going to tell you why I'm using this. Because it actually comes with lemon, cinnamon, and honey. And all those flavors actually goes in your enchilada sauce. And you only want a couple tablespoons of that. Nothing too much. Just enough to pull the flavors together. So, with that being said, you guys know how we do. I'm going over to my cooking station, and we're going to go ahead and start putting everything in the pot so it can start bringing the sauce to a boil. Alright, so we back. We're going to start building our enchilada sauce. We're going to go ahead and put our tomato sauce in the pot. And it's a little thick, so you want to loosen it down with at least 2 cups of water. And you'll probably have to add a third later on down the line as it simmer. If you like a thick sauce, you won't have to add one. But I like mine pretty loose. So I'm going to go ahead and add me some water right now. Be careful with that smoked paprika. It could definitely be very, very potent in flavor. So Be real careful with that. Alright, so now it's already built. We're going to let that simmer out for about 25 minutes. And if you're cooking on a gas stove, it may take a couple minutes longer. Electric do cook a lot faster than a gas stove. Alright, we're going back to the kitchen and build our enchiladas. Build up station. Now this is your chicken. Again, it's a chicken thigh seasoned to perfection. We actually saute that down for at least 25 minutes or so. So again, we only mixing it with a cream cheese. This is a 8-ounce bar of cream cheese. So we're just doing 4 ounces of it because it's not a whole lot of chicken. It's about a pound of the chicken thighs. So we just need it in there so it to get nice and creamy. So pretty much you guys want to just get that cream mixed around really good in that chicken. If you need a little more than the 4 ounces, feel free to add it. If you want to use the whole bar, you can. Okay, so that's pretty much what you're looking for your chicken. Okay, now that the chicken and cream cheese is actually mixed up, we're going to go ahead and start building the chicken enchilada. So what you want to do is take your flour tortilla, lay it flat down on your cutting board. If you don't have a cutting board, feel free to use some wax paper or your counter. Just make sure it's clean. So now what you want to do, you want to go ahead and get you a nice amount of that chicken. And you want to go straight down the center of that tortilla shell. And that's enough. You want to just leave an inch from each side because as it bakes, of course, that cream is going to get nice and hot and melt down like a liquid and become even more creamier. So go an inch from the ends. So you want to go ahead and just roll it. And just roll. And that's what you're looking for there. So then I have my pan over here buttered down. If you have some spray that you could spray down some Pam or something, go ahead, butter, Pam, whatever you got, it will work. So I'm just lay them on the pan. And we just going to repeat the steps. And what I like about an enchilada though, it's so easy to make. And it is a really good meal though. I've showed you guys how to roll those chicken enchiladas. Now we're going to move on to our vegan. Again, you're going to get your tortilla shell, lay it flat on your board. And you want to make sure that you clean your board of any of the actual chicken or anything, because remember these are vegans, and wash your hands. I did wash my hands. So go straight down the center with those veggies. Make sure they're dry as much as you can get them. That looks really, really tasty. And then we're not adding no type of cream cheese or anything, again, because this is for someone who's vegan. So we're going to go ahead and roll. And sometimes rolling you may get a little tear, but as long as you still have enough to keep rolling, it won't show when you get to the end. And we're actually putting our vegan enchiladas in a separate pan, because we don't even want to chance any type of meat getting on those. Okay, so it's time to pretty much, we're rounding up here to go ahead and put these enchiladas in the oven. We've rolled them. They're beautiful. We still have that sauce going. It's almost done. It's looking good, and I have my home smelling really good. So we're going to go ahead, and the last step with these enchiladas is to egg wash them. Now an egg wash is nothing but an egg yolk and a little water. So remove the white and just use the yolk with a little water. And the purpose for the egg wash, to make your enchiladas golden brown. Alright, time for the oven, and the cook time on these is going to be until they're golden brown. I'll give you guys the exact minutes when we come back. I'm going to let my camera guy go take a shot of that sauce so you guys can see how beautiful it has came along. Be back with you guys in a sec. Okay, so we're back. Our enchiladas has cooked to completion, and it took approximately 25 minutes in the oven for it to become golden brown on 350. So we're going to cut into our first one, and we're going to do our vegan one first since it don't have any meat in that one. We're going to bust it open. Now you want it to be nice, and it smells so good, nice and crisp, because the sauce is going over it, and that's how the inside look. So the sauce came together really well. You can put a little bit on the bottom of your plate, and you can lay the enchiladas right in it. And just drape the top with sauce. And since again this is vegan, you guys, cheese or nothing go on top of this, just the sauce. But you can put some fresh herbs or whatever you may want, like some cilantro or some fresh basil or even some fresh parsley would be really, really good for that. So that's that vegan enchilada. Voila, our chicken. And you don't have to let it get crisp, but I like mine's crisp again. See how that chicken is? That cream cheese has melted down really nice, and it's going to keep it moist. Again, you can put some of that sauce on the bottom of your plate. And just pour it over the top. And now this, we're going to actually top this with a little bit of mozzarella cheese. And that heat is going to melt it really good. And we can just do a little more sauce to help the melting process. Chicken enchiladas. Voila.